Peace and blessings, everyone. You can tell I've been here because y'all responding this time. Usually I have to say it twice, but let's say it twice anyway. Peace and blessings, everyone. First of all, give it up for yourselves for being here this afternoon. Let's give it up for Dr. King and our amazing people here on the panel. And before I continue to speak, I would like to ask permission from one of my elders if it's okay to continue to speak. Thank you. Before they open the files, before we start, I need you to breathe with me. Breathe in, breathe out. This is not gossip. This is content. This is culture. This is history. 2026. You see, this is the year before they open the door on a man they have already tried to break. This may be one of the most important things I've ever been able to share, the third spoken word piece I have written this year. And this is the one. I said, this is the one, ladies and gentlemen. If you are willing to open yourself, to listen without defense, to feel without interruption, to let these words take you on a journey as we flow. Allow me, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., to speak through the strength you left behind, not to borrow your voice, but to honor the courage it took to use it. Let's be real. They do not allow us to celebrate all of our leaders, so the ones that let us, name us, we must make sure that they stand tall and let this land where it needs to land. I said before they open the files. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., born January 15th, 1929, Atlanta, Georgia, a Capricorn. A child of a praying house, a son, a husband, a father, a pastor, a problem for a nation that loved his comfort more than his conscience. He lived 39 years. I said he lived 39 years and carried centuries on his back. And today, I am not standing alone. We are in community. Dominique, Keisha, Cleveland, Christian, different journeys, one responsibility. We sit in a time where technology shows us everything. Where everybody got a platform and nobody got patience. So let me ask you, kings and queens, before we talk about him, would you want your life judged by the worst thing you've ever caught, by the softest moment that you ever saw, by the ugliest day you ever had? Would you want strangers who never had the chance to carry your fear, your family, your calling, to slice pieces out of your story and hold them as whole? Keep that answer close. We're gonna need it. Because this man we quote in January, speeches this man whose faces we post with pretty captions, was not a holiday. He was hunted while he was alive. I said he was hunted while he was still alive. 29 times they locked him in cells. For sitting where law said he could not sit, for walking where law said he would not walk, for lifting up people the Constitution claimed were already free. He was followed, listed, watched, wires in his phones, eyes on his doors, ears in the office, pages and pages written about his steps while he was still trying to figure out the next sermon. Long before the bullet, oh, there was a blade. 1958, a book signing. A woman in the crowd with a letter opener metal sliding into his chest so close to his aorta that the doctor said if he had sneezed, he might have died that day. Think about it. A sneeze away from never standing in Washington, never saying I have a dream, never marching across the bridge, holding your imagination the way he does. Now his body had been in danger long before they named him safe enough for stamps and statues. And still he chose nonviolence and discipline, not as softness. He chose love without boundaries, not love with blindness. Oh, and if you're wondering what it looks like today, let me make it plain and clear. Guns down.
Life up.
Guns down.
Life up.
Guns down.
Life up.
That's not a slogan, that's a decision. That's the same discipline he preached, the same courage it takes to choose life when violence is easier and silence feels safer. This is the dream. I said this is the dream, still breathing, still asking, still demanding that we put our weapons down and lift each other up. Never forget. At first, they called him a troublemaker. Then they called him a leader. Then he did the unthinkable. He kept going. He kept growing. He saw that racism was tied to poverty and poverty was tied to war. He stood in rooms and told the truth. There were two Americas where doors opened with a smile and light poured in on clean streets, and another where children woke up to rats and sirens, where schools crumbled and hope was something you heard about but could not touch. He said there are two Americas. He said there is an America of plenty and an America of never enough, an America of promise kept, and another America living on rain checks and red lines. And when he looked at the house he was trying to walk us into, he felt the heat under his feet. And I said, I fear I am integrating my people into a burning house, not because he gave up on a dream, but because he finally spoke on forbidden topics, unapologetic. April 4th, 1968. A balcony in Memphis. Can you see it? Shots spill the sky. They lift him up. He's still breathing when they put him in that ambulance. Still warm when they reach the hospital. They pronounced him dead inside that building, not on that concrete. And let's be clear. If Lincoln Hospital had been standing there, that day somebody in that building would have fought to keep him alive, because they know that black and brown lives matter. They know black and brown lives matter. Our people tell different stories about what happened in that emergency room, and I'm not here to prove the whispers. I'm here to say we have earned our distrust, and the course did not end when they buried him. His brother, A.D. King, found in a swimming pool. The story stamped accidental, but grief does not read like an accident on paper. His mother, Alberta Williams King, shot at an organ in Ebenezer inside the sanctuary. So now, here we are, decades later. Files sealed in the archives until 2027. And I am standing here with you before the floodgates open, asking you to decide, who are you going to be when the papers hit the light? I need to know who we are. Are we willing to dismantle a legacy you never had to defend? Or are you willing to slow down to do history and humility in the eyes of the Creator? A life, it is not measured by isolated failures, but by sustained sacrifice. But what you are willing to risk for what you believed. By the measures, Dr. King said it, we still have work to do. So before the files come out and the noise gets louder, what are you going to do? Because when the young ones ask where you stood, your answer will be the only real record, not theirs, yours. Because history is not just what they release. Ladies and gentlemen, it is how we respond. Thank you so much.
please. Phenomenal job. And you know, folks,